Welcome to our coverage of the international friendly match in Tel Aviv as Argentina take on Uruguay in what is both countries' last match before the start of the qualification period for the FIFA World Cup of 2022. 30,000 people have crammed into the recently renovated Bloomfield Stadium in Tel Aviv, with tickets being snapped up at lightning speed to see the South American stars from Uruguay and Argentina. Two teams with 4 World Cups between them, including one won by Uruguay in the 1930 final against Argentina. It is a rivalry that goes back over a century. Both teams had disappointing summers in the Copa America, with Uruguay and Argentina expected to challenge for that title, but both falling short. Since then, Argentina have had to do without Lionel Messi, who was the subject of a ban. Uruguay only paired their top 2 strikers, Edinson Cavani and Luis Suarez, together for the first time on Friday night when they helped open Hungary's new national stadium at the Ferenc Puskás Arena. Uruguay won that game on Friday night in Budapest. Cavani and Rodriguez sending Oscar Tavares' team racing into a 2-goal lead, but as has been the form that they've shown over the last few months, they didn't have that match all their own way, conceding before half-time, trying to ensure they didn't throw the game away for much of the second half. Argentina have been based in the Middle East for the entirety of the international break. That man Lionel Messi's goal on Friday night ensured that they narrowly beat arch rivals Brazil last week. It was a fractious encounter. We will be hoping for more of a spectacle tonight. We've already had one of those, the Israeli Latin pop star Rotem Cohen, performing in front of this huge crowd to underscore the feeling of festival in Tel Aviv tonight. Further, with the dignitaries having shaken the hands of the superstars, it's time to pause for the national anthems of Argentina and Uruguay.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, the national anthems of both national teams, and we start with the national anthem of Uruguay.
fixture in which Argentina have recently had the upper hand, and a really vibrant crowd have gathered to watch these two famous international football nations come together once again. A lot of players on both the two sides tonight that know each other well from coming up against one another in domestic football. Many of the Uruguayans play in the Argentinian league. Lionel Messi is certainly the man that many have come to see. He starts in the Argentina attack that also includes Sergio Aguero and Paulo Dybala tonight. Both of those didn't feature against Brazil. Lionel Scaloni suggested that this is the last game before the qualifiers start, so he wants to give a chance to a few on the fringes of the squad. But that can only really be said about Renzo Sarabia of Porto, who will play at right back this evening. He wins his 9th cap. Edinson Cavani and Luis Suarez start for only the 2nd time together after the Copa America. Martin Caceres returns from suspension. He goes straight in at right back. There are only 4 changes actually from Friday night's win in Hungary. Matthias Vecino and Lucas Herrera of Arsenal come in to bolster the midfield. The referee tonight is Roy Ranschreiber and his compatriots from Israel. He's been a UEFA referee for 9 seasons. He was recently a VAR in the Champions League.
Okay, guys, nichts go, guys, nichts go.
Ahead of the coin toss, everybody will get together for a mixed photo, sprinkling members of the Uruguayan team amongst those of the Argentines in a display of unity. A game which is convened to spread the message of peace. Lionel Messi captains the Argentina side on the occasion of his 138th cap this evening. Diego Godin bumped a few heads with him over 9 seasons in La Liga, and he wears the armband tonight for Uruguay. On the bench for Argentina, 2 Tottenham Hotspur players in Juan Foyt and Lo Celso, and a clutch of emerging talent as well. That's also present on the Uruguay bench too, with 19-year-old Brian Rodriguez having scored 3 times in his first 5 caps, including in Friday's win over Hungary. Luis Suarez and Lionel Messi usually play on the same side, week in, week out in Spain's top division, but tonight they will be fierce opponents once again. 2 players that always draw a crowd. It is a new venue for an old rivalry. Uruguay and Argentina trying to bring a bit of South American samba to the Middle East for their 198th meeting. Uruguay in the white, Argentina in their official away kit for the Copa America of 2020, navy blue. And they will shoot from left to right in the first half, and Uruguay from right to left. Martin Caceres gets an early touch of the ball. Here is Diego Godin. Uruguay scored within 15 minutes of the kickoff on Friday, so Argentina will need to be on their guard. This will goalkeeper Esteban Andrada of Boca Juniors. He didn't make the Copa America because of a knee injury, and it's only his 3rd cap tonight. Aguero. Leandro Paredes. Plays for PSG. Back to Brazela. Has captained Argentina in the absence of Lionel Messi. He was only just back from a suspension after suggesting the Copa America was fixed in favour of Brazil, for which he received a 3-match ban. Lionel Scaloni has seen his team keep 4 clean sheets in their last 5 games against Uruguay. They have used a handful of younger players in the last few months under Lionel Scaloni. They have developed with it 6 games now without defeat since sliding out of the Copa America to Brazil. It's their best run for a while. This is Renzo Sarabia, the Porto right back. Away by Godin. And Figo. Aguero. Junior has waited outside. For the return ball into Aguero. Paulo Dybala just pull off to the edge of the 6-yard box, but the attempt to pull it back to him was snuffed out by Sebastian Coates. And there's Oscar Tabarez, who has been the Uruguay coach for 13 years, known as the teacher. He is a hero of Uruguayan football. First corner of the game. Aguero lurking. Otamendi has come up from the back too. It's a short one with Aguero. Sling position inside the area. It's away by Cavani. Quick counter-attack isn't quick enough, and Brian Lozano, who was scrambling forward, is beaten to it by the retreating Renzo Sarabia. Cavani scored very early on Friday night. 6 weeks of this season already with a hip injury. Only managed 2 goals this season so far for the French champions. Does have such a magnificent goal-scoring record in France for PSG. Messi's isn't bad either, and he's looking for Aguero, but that's tidied up by Martin Caceres. That tidy from Martin Campagna, the Uruguayan goalkeeper. Coates away. Loose from Sarabia. Verdi not being able to make enough of it. Otamendi. Tagliafico, who's the Ajax captain. Otamendi again, engaged by Cavani. Both these two teams are mid-cycle between Copa Americas and the beginning of the World Cup qualification starting. Uruguay just played 2 friendlies with Peru before their game with Hungary, both of those without Suarez. The form has been patchy, to say the least. So yeah, finding Otamendi. Messi. Argentina content to hold on to the ball and not rush things. Tagliafico. Now Aguero drifting over to that left-hand side. He's got Dybala moving in front of him. Should be an exciting front three, that, with Aguero, Dybala and Messi. Aguero and Dybala in particular will be looking to impress the coach. It's a nice touch by Messi, one, isn't it? Dybala. needs some support. Depal provides it and then leaves it for Sarabia. Only ends up being a brief foray into the Uruguayan half. That's careless. Quickly turned over and Messi is onto it again. There's a good challenge on the edge of the area by Sebastian Coates. Messi was thwarted as a result of that and gave away the free kick. Coming back from an offside position. Giovanni trying to bring in Lozano. Swiped away. Valverde. The idea was right, just a little bit ambitious and maybe just a little bit off radar. Luis Suarez cutting in from that right-hand side was the target of the Real Madrid player. Walking into that Real Madrid team this season, Federico Valverde. Scored against Eibar the week before the international break. He's been in reasonable form. Dybala. Trying to get away from Godin, not an easy thing to do. And those two will come up against one another in Serie A this year. Dybala with Juventus, Godin now playing for Inter Milan. Messi's complaining about the inflation of the ball. Thinks it's a bit flat, wants a new one. He's happy with. Amazing Campagna just organising his defence. Messi ready to create. Floating in towards that near post, the greatest take, and cleared away by Lozano. Suarez, pretty deep. Vecino. And Caceres, who was high up the field, knew what was coming from behind him. And it's a Uruguayan free kick. Well, he's just come back from a ban as well, a suspension that he picked up. Wasn't in the initial squad. Lozano straight offside. The first 9 minutes has lacked a little bit of rhythm. Zaya. Dealing with a header away. It's clear by Matias Fina. Lozano trying to bring it clear. Cavani skipping away from the challenge and then drawing a foul from Lorenzo Sarabia. Hasn't played too often for Porto since his move from Racing. Godin. Suarez, as you would expect, fighting for the ball over on that far touchline. Constantly talking, chortling away in his opponents here and to his teammates as well. Dybala didn't look particularly comfortable with that tap on the ankle that he got. 15 appearances and 5 goals since the start of the season with Juve for Paulo Dybala. Last season there were lots of questions about his relationship with Ronaldo and where he fitted into the team. Lots of rumours about him moving on in the summer, rumours that he did not like. Messi. Now Aguero. Dybala waiting in the centre. Tagliafico sending the ball back in towards Messi. DePaul. Azela. Under a bit of pressure and happy to retreat rather than try and force the issue. Rather happy to have the ball at his feet. Boca Juniors goalkeeper, 6'4" tall. Sarabia. Dybala. Messi. Very compact Uruguay. It's a nice ball into Dybala. Managed to get in between the lines and find a pocket of space. Immediately was engaged by Sebastian Coates, who came and closed him down. DePaul. Lovely ball out towards Aguero. Needs some support in the box now. And you got Dybala there. Messi. Caceres intervened. Luca Torreira away. Here's Caceres combining with Suarez. Cavani's waiting in the centre. Same towards him, but he's pretty isolated. It wasn't the best of headers by Pezzella. Lozano. And then Vecino's effort is easily saved with Luis Suarez rather animatedly instructing Vecino that he should have passed him the ball. First real flurry of goalmouth action that we've had from one end to the other. Uruguay have never been the spectators' favourites. They aren't a fluent, free-flowing side. They're a dogged, driven, get-the-job-done kind of team. They themselves are without a few key figures who are suffering from or recovering from ailments. Jose Maria Jimenez, highly rated Atletico Madrid centre-half. He's coming back from injury, hasn't been risked this time around. Here's Messi. Skipping away from Coates, getting it back again. Deflection takes it over the top for a corner. And every time he gets hold of the ball, there is just a frisson of activity from the stands. An electrification of the pulse. Coates beaten too easily by Messi. Enough to steer it over the top of the crossbar and out for a corner. It's the second of the game. Another case of new balls, please. Bezea is up from the back. Coates has got a problem. And we'll have a pause in play. Sebastian Coates played for Liverpool, played for Sunderland in the Premier League, currently plying his trade in Portugal for Sporting. They will not want to make an early change. They do have like-for-like replacements on the bench. Might well be an option. Aston Silva is available to Oscar Tabarez as well. It does look as if they might have to make an early change, which would be disrupting. Lionel Messi, the most popular of the 22 that are on the field right now. looks like it's going to be Giovanni Gonzalez who comes on to replace Sebastian Coates. Quite a like-for-like change. It may mean that Gonzalez goes to right back and Caceres switches into the centre, and we'll see after this corner kick, but that is the first change of the game. 6 substitutes allowed tonight. Here's the corner then. Steered away by Cavani. Fairly effective in both boxes for Uruguay. It's a loose ball back, and Lozano is trying to put pressure on Sarabia. Careful. Argentina almost playing themselves into a spot of bother. Godin. Lozano. Looking for a deep cross, which is going to be plucked out rather easily by the Argentine goalkeeper Esteban Andrada. It's a lovely throw out towards Aguero. He's taking on Gonzalez. And trying to steer it towards the far post where Dybala was sprinting into the box. Didn't quite get there. Neither could that. Opportunistic in the effort in the end. That indeed is what has happened. Caceres has gone into centre of defence alongside Godin, and Giovanni Gonzalez, the 25-year-old right back from Penarol, has moved into his natural position. He played quite well actually on Friday night against Hungary. That's a mistake. Vecino has carelessly given possession back to Argentina. Sarabia ghosting past Vecino. And eventually it's cleared away by Godin. Cavani thinks he was fouled. The referee is going to allow play on here. Valverde was clipped. There's a couple of iffy challenges which the referee didn't quite like. One of them on Emerson Cavani. Keep an eye on Paredes. I wonder if Cavani said to him, "We're supposed to be teammates, you know." Leandro Paredes does play at the Parc des Princes alongside Emerson Cavani. Vina. That's by Gazella, who can get secure contact on that ball. Found Dybala by Vecino. Vecino playing in that central midfield area with Torreira and Valverde for Uruguay today. Behind Cavani and Suarez and Lozano. And he's replaced Bentancur, who did that role in the first half of the game on Friday against Hungary, and he wasn't particularly careful with his distribution, and then Vecino came on and wasn't either. He's already made a couple of mistakes in that central area. That might be an area where Argentina can get some joy. Vina trying to squeeze through a tight gap, managing to do it as well. Suarez! And the deflection came off the back heel of Tagliafico. Still Suarez is fighting for it. And Andrada came a very long way. He's not happy about that decision. You don't need to speak Spanish to understand that he didn't believe that that free kick should have been given. Never gives up the chase. There wasn't too much in it. You can see why he was rattled. Argentina are supposed to have tightened up at the back with Nicolas Otamendi and German Pazea, the established centre-back partnership now. 1-4 usually plays as a right-back in this team. He's traditionally been a centre-back, so there is more solidity about them. They did only arrive yesterday from Saudi Arabia, where they beat Brazil, and they were mobbed as they came to the Hilton in Tel Aviv. Here's Sarabia. Dybala. Great degree of anticipation in Tel Aviv for this man. Still going. Look at him. You can't knock him over. They've worked it wide. Cunha's cross is easily dealt with. And there was a good 10 seconds of Messi magic. He got knocked down, he got straight back up again. Lovely touch by Suarez, and Cavani was threatening to escape, and Leandro Paredes making sure that he wasn't going anywhere, and Cavani, despite the fact that this is supposed to be a friendly, asking for his PSG teammate to go into the referee's notebook. Just a friendly word from the Israeli official. Wasn't persuaded to start using his notebook just yet. These friendly encounters are usually when referees are reluctant to book and send people off unless it's incredibly necessary. Now Scaloni just showing that he's still got a bit of flexibility. Messi. Another beautiful piece of control by him. And Tagliafico and Acuna just getting slightly concerned. Lack of communication between the two. Luis Suarez was nipping in. 69 international goals for Lionel Messi. And with his old foe Cristiano moving on to 99 this weekend, that will increase his appetite to add to his tally tonight. Only one other South American has scored more international goals than Lionel Messi, and that's Pelé. But he's only 8 behind now. Lozano trying to take on Sarabia, who is very quickly across and stuck to his duty well. It is the first Uruguayan corner of the evening. It'll be interesting to see what they do here, because Cavani very good aerially, Godin very good coming into the penalty area now. And Sebastian Fuentes, who's off injured. Ceres can be dangerous. It's deep towards the far post, looking for Suarez. And easily fielded by the Argentine defence. It wasn't the greatest of deliveries. Good cross for a ball, but Lozano had not got back on side in time. It's a magnet in that. Paredes. Trano has to be careful. Sarabia. Pazea. Under pressure. Pressing by Valverde. Flipped by Dybala, comes to nothing. Torreira's got it back for Uruguay. Argentina did win that game against Brazil, but it wasn't 100% all their way. Gabriel Jesus missed a penalty in that match. Germany actually ripping them to shreds in October before the break. And a handful of changes, a switch in momentum, and in the second half they got back to 2-2 and drew that match. And there have been a few changes in personnel for Argentina. Roberto Pereira and Lucas Ocampo both injured and went home after the game with Brazil. Angel Di Maria and Mauro Icardi, both of PSG, have been excluded from this squad. Franco Armani left behind because he's preparing for the final of the Copa Libertadores in South America with his club. Sarabia trying to weave his way upfield. Vecino engages and gives away a free kick. Good initial footwork by Sarabia, and then Vecino robbing him off the ball. Here's Aguero. Acuna out wide to Tagliafico, looking for Aguero. Caceres read that ball into the area well. Aguero. Oh, some of that. Twisting his way into a decent position, but Uruguay did well to funnel back and manage to clear. Do get bodies behind the ball and stationed in between man and ball. Very regimented. Oscar Tabarez knows how to get the best out of his team. Cunha's cross, and it's swept behind and away by Vina. And he may not have looked in his wing mirrors, but he knew the presence of Sarabia was behind him and he couldn't take any risks. Brilliant cross from Acuna, and it was sensibly dealt with by Vina. And Messi takes the latest Argentine corner. Whipped in towards the far post. Pushing and shoving, which went against Nicolas Otamendi. Pass delivery. Godin may have had the grab of his ear. Aguero hounding. Be a collision that is seen in the Premier League. Aguero and Torreira when Manchester City next meet Arsenal. And Lozano rather theatrically going to ground, the referee waving away any protest for a free kick. This is Tagliafico onto Aguero, Dybala. Another attack breaks down for Argentina. Really tested Campagna in the Uruguayan goal just yet. Lozano, Valverde, Nigfi, Torreira, Tina. Do a bit of defending. It's a lovely ball out towards Lozano, just couldn't quite get it across. He seemed to hesitate, caught in two minds as the ball reached the goal line. And Scaloni just a little bit concerned by that. Long way to go. Lots to be done. Dybala. Beaten up by Lozano. Zella's header going straight back to Cavani. Still making a nuisance of himself. Rodrigo de Paul was the man who was fouled by Edinson Cavani. For Udinese in Serie A. And you could hear, even from this distance, that he felt that Gonzalez had taken him illegally from behind. And he's got a point. caught him not only with the wrapped around right leg, but the knee of his left leg. Wasn't a very nice challenge at all by Gonzalez. Presents Argentina with a chance to try and create from a free kick situation. Aguero, Otamendi, Tagliafico and Pedela all in at the near post. Dealt with comfortably enough by Uruguay. Paredes' ball into the box. Just behind. It's another corner. Zella once again could be a target here. Already got 2 international goals to his name. He's only making his 16th cap tonight. Here's the corner. And it's not very well dealt with by Martin Campagna, the Uruguayan goalkeeper. He flapped at that. Valverde. Sino's worked it wide, and now it's with Valverde again. Breaking pass out, flipping it forward. Suarez, Cavani. Flag has stayed down, and Uruguay have stolen the lead. And it's a familiar combination. A very well-worked goal by Uruguay. Finished off by Edinson Cavani. Lozano to Torreira, who lifted it over the top, and Suarez made a brilliant run, well-timed. And he found his old strike partner once again. And Cavani has 2 in 2 in this international break. That is his 50th goal in Uruguay colours. And Uruguay are in front with probably their first shot on target. I think he liked that. I don't think he did. ...116 caps, 50 goals for Uruguay. He's only actually 8 behind Luis Suarez now, who does hold the record. He is the top scorer for Uruguay. Valverde. Cavani gave him the lead on Friday night against Hungary. Now, Scaloni's got to work out how Argentina are going to get back into the game. Argentina are unbeaten since the Copa America. They were dumped out by Brazil in the semi-finals. Too much controversy. Suarez complaining that he should have had a free kick there. Here's Sarabia. Argentina, if they do want to get back into the game, just need to up the tempo a little bit, increase the intensity. Vina read the ball over the top, but could do nothing about conceding the corner. Dybala's going to come across and take this one. They'll be hoping for a better delivery than the last set piece. Meanwhile, defence will be hoping for more from their goalkeeper. Here's Dybala, shooting it towards the far post. Godin with the header away. See no further clear. And you're taking a little tumble. Tagliafico. Paredes. Benzea. Depal finding Sarabia. Depal again. Trying to get round Vina. Successfully getting round Vina. Held up by Lozano. It's going to be a corner, that. Lozano complaining to the assistant on the near side, but ultimately Depal was pretty convinced. They've taken it quickly, looking to take advantage of a bit of arguing going on between Godin and one or two of the others. Otamendi. Acuna, sensible touch, pulls it back for Dybala, gets there and scores. May have hit his hand just beforehand. As a result of that, the referee is not going to allow the goal to stand. You cannot use your arm during the act of scoring a goal. Even if it is accidental, it will be chalked off. As you can see here, just watch, it just touches the back of his arm and that holds the ball up. And the referee is well within his rights to chalk that one off. A shame for Dybala, a shame for Scaloni. But by the letter of the law, the referee's got it bob on. He's causing trouble. There is a yellow card. After being reluctant to produce them, the referee has given Cavani a yellow card for preventing Argentina from taking a quick free kick. Sarabia trying to get in behind Vina. Lozano's got it, twisting away. The greatest pass, and Acuna was very quickly onto it. Is Aguero. Good control. Back into Messi, immediately surrounded, the ball still alive, and Uruguay having to react to get it clear. Valverde eventually does that. Great touch by Suarez under real pressure from Tagliafico. He's going to be the second player to go in the referee's notebook. That will be Vecino, who's picked up the yellow card for a previous challenge. Look at that. Not Vecino at all, actually. It's Paredes who was given that yellow card. Sorry about the graphic in the top left-hand corner. Otamendi, Gazella. Here is Paredes. Under pressure from Valverde. Uruguay leading through Edinson Cavani's 34th minute goal. Messi. Otamendi, DePaul trying to thread it through to Dybala, but that avenue was closed very quickly by Valverde. Now rather inflexible, aren't they, Uruguay? They bounce back into shape very quickly. Difficult to break down, difficult to score against. Incredibly hard-working team. Messi, they can usually find a way through. And when he can't, sometimes others decide that the best way to stop him is by illegal means. Vecino is now going to find himself in the referee's notebook. Probably quite rightly so. He only had one thing in mind, didn't he? And that was taking out Lionel Messi, who was slaloming his way to the edge of the penalty area. Now he's got it. Right smile from Lionel Messi. Not scored for Argentina from open play since the World Cup of 2018. The only goal he scored since then was from the penalty spot in the Copa America. Argentine goals for Lionel Messi have been few and far between recently. Let's see what he's got up his sleeve. Decent shot on target. Was rather theatrical in the way he dived to his left-hand side. It got up and over the wall, but never really had the menace to cause Campagna too many issues. Greatest of headers, an opportunity for Acuna, blocked by Campagna, and Gonzalez, who had a little bit of a wobble since coming on as a first half substitute, almost created a really good opportunity for Acuna. He was lucky it was as wide as it was. The goalkeeper came out very quickly. Cavani. The Uruguay team has two playing in South America, one in Central America, the rest in Europe. Messi, depart towards Messi, but couldn't find him. Messi's complaining about the accuracy of the return. 1 minute of added time. Depart here just spots the run of Messi. Might have gone a little bit early anyway. It was so close to the goalkeeper. Every single one of the 10 outfield players that started this game for Argentina are all based in Europe. Only the goalkeeper is based with Boca Juniors in the Argentine League. Caceres. Valverde doing a bit of showboating and getting the ball back again. He started the move for the goal with an absolute Hollywood ball. 1 minute of added time, almost up at the end of the first half. Messi trying to wriggle into a shooting position again. He glances towards the referee, but nothing is forthcoming. And there is the half-time whistle. And Uruguay lead courtesy of Edinson Cavani's 50th international goal. They are heading for their first win over Argentina since 2013 as a result of that. Chances have been few and far between for Lionel Messi in that first 45. At the break, it is Argentina 0, Uruguay 1.